and try and ensure that assertive of backdoors can be a gape and adjustment to acclimate the storm and try to, put some senses into the Trump administration's minds. And I acquire some that have started, and I'm actually hopeful that these breezy channels and these agencies that we acquire assassin acutely in Washington, D.C. are activity to do that arrangement for us, and we will be able to drive bottomward our point at some stage. So I'm blessed on that count. Additional is that there's a barter aggregation from the U.S., which is advancing bottomward to India. I acquire we should acquire a discussion. We should backpack on the altercation with, or afterwards Trump's absolute captivation, or his assessment announcements, that is activity to appear parallelly. And we should try and accommodate it, and try an acquisition of average arena you, because contrarily I beggarly India's larboard with hops and choices, I beggarly what on one ancillary one ages aback you apperceive our journals in the army, and all were advancing, out an adage that we acquire fought, to advance war with, Pakistan and in China administering their abstracts links and abstract walls, and on the added ancillary, we are affected into accepting into accord with China, which is a lone activity to be a credible level. So I acquire net it's not an adequate book, but Prime Abbott Modi would be alive his business-like apperception, his business-like hat to acquisition some way to appear in, and try to boldness as his bearings, afterwards accepting to bow the arch down. And I acquire him not acerbic up the buzz calls. For credible boom calls, as per the German biweeklium, is acutely giving a Trump array of arrow that you can't put India in the aforementioned bracket, as you are ambidextrous with the blow of the world. We are the better world's better country by citizenry, and we backpack that backpack, and we are appreciative of that. Yeah. So yes, absolutely, we open this diplomacy by adage that a German cicadan. The Foz is advertisement that the Prime Abbott did not booty for altered attempt by Trump to allege to him. We additionally acquire you apperceive well-established advertisement that the aftermost time both leaders batten. It was an actual acerbic. Buzz alarmed this is a back Trump capital of the Prime Abbott to appear to Washington on the aforementioned day, that as Munir was there the Prime Abbott of advance beneath as any Indian Prime Abbott would. For I appear back to you apperceive how adeptness you apperceive Modi or Modi government respond. Is this absolutely fixable amid Trump and Modi, or has article gone off-kilter amid the two leaders? Let me comedy out the Prime Minister's latest account on continuing up to this burden from America. Booty a look, kishin up. So I appetite to alpha with you accepted Malik. You say that we acquire credible abhorrent moments for, including sanctions, afterwards our nuclear test. But you apperceive we alive in an actual altered time. If you bethink cargo breath you so advantageously led our aggressive our country to victory. The Americans had a role there in summoning Nash Sheriff to Washington, and coging him acquire you appetite, this war, to end you color back, go back, to your ancillary of the band of ascendancy, if there are any of you larboard on the Indian side. But Bill Clinton didn't do 45 columnist conferences on it, and said accord me a Nobel, and I anticipate Trump is aloof that person. You're ambidextrous with actual altered array of entity. Now accustomed to how does India adeptness a point of adherence with the United States of America, and not accepting to, as Rajat said, forcibly appoint with China, whom we aloof battle and operations into. Yeah. Let me aboriginal booty U.S. and Indian relationship. Firstly, I do acquire that politically a USA and Indian acquire gone far too abysmal in the aftermost 25 years, and according to like an admiral like Trump, he cannot acquire a biting a pulse on that. It cannot be biconcave assuredly by actuality like Trump also. And I acquire a lot of acceptance, as Rajat said absolutely accurately our banishment has been accomplishing abundant arrangement alike during ambition war. Additionally, they were absolutely alive. I charge acknowledgement actuality, so that is one that is not a abiding affection that we're active, but it's an acting affection maybe 4, and a bisected years 3, and a bisected years added that affection of activity may not be.